Good morning. Pilgrimage with God. Blessed are those whose strength is in you, whose hearts are set on pilgrimage. They go from strength to strength till each one appears before God. Psalms 84, 5 through 7. This is a beautiful expression of the blessings that come to those who trust in God and make a pilgrimage to his dwelling place. The psalmist encourages us to see even the most difficult circumstances as an opportunity to grow in faith and to draw nearer to God. Now, pilgrimage meaning is a special journey, a visit to a place that's considered special, where you will show your respect. The psalmist gives us a picture of what it is like to be on a pilgrimage with God. Every Christian begins their journey as a pilgrim, and it doesn't end until we are with him forever. Anyone who has ever walked even a little way on this journey knows that a pilgrimage is not always or ever a smoothly paved path. There are mountaintops and valleys. Spiritual pilgrimage is a metaphor for a Christian's life, which is often described as a journey towards holiness and eternal life with God. It involves leaving behind sin and worldly attachments, seeking God's presence, and growing in faith and virtue. Why do people go on a spiritual pilgrimage? Experiencing a call from God is one reason. God's call is a central theme in a Christian's faith. It encompasses the divine invitation to individuals to participate in God's redemptive work. Now, this work it can manifest in various forms, which would include a call to salvation or service or specific vocations. Making a life transition. Navigating life transitions require more than endurance. It demands understanding, resilience, and the right strategies to manage the inevitable ups and downs. We can transform these changes into powerful personal growth experiences by learning how to approach them with a healthy mindset. Some go on these pilgrimage or spiritual pilgrimage to find themselves. You know, sometimes we find ourselves lost and just wandering aimlessly, not knowing what direction to go. So sometimes people are called on that to find themselves. Another name for Valley of Baca is Valley of Weeping. It symbolizes a place of hardship or sorrow. Just because we're headed to Zion does not mean we won't struggle. For the believers who continue, they will see that they aren't getting weaker, but they're getting stronger. This is because the longer they walk, the more they learn their strength isn't in themselves. The valley represents the trials the trials and the challenges of life. Pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem for worship will pass through such valleys that symbolize the spiritual journey of believers who face trials but continue towards God's presence. Even though they were facing many trials, they just kept going forward. How do we feel spiritually stronger today, maybe say than we did a year ago? Perhaps we're more engaging now. Maybe we're engaging in more devotional practices like prayer, like attending religious services. Maybe a year ago, that was something that we wouldn't really necessarily consider, only when we were in need of help. Oh God, please help me. But we're making a regular practice now. That could be a way that we're stronger than a year ago. Our prayers have become stronger, and we strive to live in accordance with the prayer. So not only are we praying more, our prayers are stronger. They have deeper meaning. And not just that, but we're living in accordance with those prayers. Our actions show that we're living in accordance with them. Make time for God every day. We've adjusted our lives to recognize the importance of making time for Him, and not just on Sunday or those special holidays at church. It was daily, to draw close to God daily. And we recognize it, so that's what we've done, adjusted our lives to include Him. He's a daily part of our lives. How about disciple to others? Maybe you started to share with others what you are learning in an effort to save them. You find yourself talking to people about God, trying to help them realize the importance of having Him in their lives. That could be one way that we're different than a year ago. Because we don't just want to take these life-saving things in. We also want to share it with others so that they in turn can gain everlasting life. How about we've learned to calm down our mind? With things that we've learned, we've been able to do this. Perhaps, we led such busy lives and everything was always in an uproar all the time. But through prayer, through reading the Bible, through living it daily, we've learned some techniques to kind of calm our little selves down. What about thinking positive? You'll be surprised at how positive thinking can redirect ourselves and others. Things aren't always as they seem. Sometimes we think that people mean certain things, or you think, I don't know what you meant by that, but I caught that shade. Is it shade for real? Not everything is as it appears to be. That's just like not everyone is as they appear to be. I think we've learned that. Not everybody is who they say they are. So not everything has to be in a negative content. Just because people do things differently, say or word things differently, doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to be negative. So what are some traits that'll help you become spiritually strong? We kind of mentioned some of those in the things we just discussed. But I have more. What about be consistent? Determined to be faithful. Daily consistency is key, because if there's one thing we know, anything done on a regular basis becomes habit. How about doing it anyway? There will always be days when you feel that you don't want to, but do it anyway. That's with anything, even in life. You excited to get up and go to work every day? Tell the truth. We're not just overjoyed and so excited about it, but we realize it's something we have to do. Therefore, we do it daily. Find a mentor. Find someone who will mentor and encourage you. Someone that can have deep conversations with you about God and faith. It's hard for people to trust everybody or just anybody, but find someone that you have confidence in and let them be a mentor to you. Let them guide you by their actions. Sometimes that's really all it takes is if you see an individual doing things a certain way and they're doing it consistently, that might be somebody you want to follow because they seem to have peace and joy and happiness. Find yourself a mentor, somebody you can truly confide in and that you have faith in. How about finding positive thinkers to be around? Surround yourself with like-minded people. This is important because if you're trying to stay on a certain path, those around you should be on a similar path because people that are in your life can guide you this way, they can guide you that way. Pick those that are going in the direction that you have chosen to go. That way it'll make it a lot easier for you. You'll have people around you that have things in common with you. How about inspire people? What I mean by that is that through your actions and your deeds, you can inspire others to want to be more like you, have a deep connection with God, more spiritual, live life peacefully, have a calm life. That's what we want to do. You know, when someone looks at you, you'd like them to say, you know, I really like her. Or I really, not that we need that validation. That's not what it's about. But that they recognize the change in you. Or they recognize those positive things in you. They can be seen easily. That's what we would like. For people to be able to see that. Not, she's so phony because I sure remember what she used to do, how she used to be. And that might be true. You have to also recognize that people do change. And don't meet people where they were. Meet them where they are right now. People change. So try to be an inspiration to others. These are just some things that you could do, you know, to try to become spiritually strong. We're not trying to live in the past. We're not trying to keep focusing on, I remember when. We all remember when. Let's live like right now and try to do these things. These specific traits will help us become spiritually strong. Be consistent. Do things anyway, even when you're not up to doing them. Do them anyway. Consistency is key. Find a mentor. Surround yourself by positive thinkers and be an inspiration to others. If you're doing all of that, then you'll be well on your way with your pilgrimage with God. Good morning, everybody. Ciao. Another day, and we're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are y'all this morning? I'm well. I'm feeling a little better. Anyway, I'm in the office today. We have something going on the campus, a scavenger hunt. I hadn't told many of y'all because I don't really come live a lot. But I am not a game player. I'm not the one for all of that. And I think that has to do with my growing up. You know, some homes, especially in my homes, they have a lot of game activity. They play cards, they play dominoes, they do all of that kind of stuff. We didn't have that too much in my home. We studied the Bible a lot in my home. I really rarely even got to watch television. But nothing negative with that. I'm just saying. So therefore, I guess I don't find the excitement in games. So me being at work today for a scavenger hunt, can you stick me in my eye? Anyway, so that's what I have to look forward to today. Tell me what y'all are going to be doing. Gotta work, staying home, gonna enjoy some good old me time? Just let me know. Put it in the chat. And most of all, don't forget to say good morning to me. Don't just drop by, listen, and go on. Leave a comment. By you doing that, that helps put me in the algorithm. That means that more people are engaging with my channel, and that helps me to grow a bigger channel. And that's what I'm trying to do. So, heart. Check and like is okay, but I would prefer a heart. Thank you very much. And a comment. I'm not asking for too much. Maybe I am. But anyway, can y'all do that for me? I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. But before we go, one time for the one time. One time for the one time. Hey, one time for the one time. Hey. Y'all pray for me on this scavenger hunt thing. See y'all later.